Connect. Capitalize. Go.
Hope you're having a great day on the podcast for business. Make sure you make your way to the website, hombabiz.com, HOMBABIZ.com. Connect with us. That's right. Join us, our newsletter. Get it. We help you discover your number one asset and how to use it to live the life that you want. Right now, I've got Mr. Jerry Nieland on the line. Jerry, thanks for taking your time out on the podcast for business.
Yeah, good to be here.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and what you do.
All right, so right now I'm getting my license to be a teacher. And before that, I was in the Marine Corps for 13 years and got my master's in business administration. Going to be teaching business to high school this coming fall. And also have a few things that I'm doing as well, trying to open up some small business potentially in Las Vegas.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
You have lived and are living, okay, between the Marines, between teaching, between the MBA, between business in Vegas. What is driving you?
Well, I don't know. People get comfortable, a little bit too comfortable with their lives, and my daughter's graduating in a couple of years, and now I'm thinking to myself, and anything that I want to do, because we always tell our kids you can do whatever you want to do, but once you get tied down with a kid, you have to be really responsible, and you can't take as much risk. Well, now it's my time I can take a little risk and just go for it.
Wow. So Jerry Nieland, we're talking to him right here on the podcast for business. Go ahead, click those social share buttons. Share this with your family, friends, and network. So, Jerry, I've got to ask about the Marines. 13 years. 13 years. Thanks for your service, first of all. But tell us about your experience and what that taught you about being successful in your own life.
Well, I've been to Iraq 3 times and Afghanistan once, and I think the biggest lesson is life's short. So seizing the day, carpe diem, is very important. It means a whole lot more when you've seen people have a short life and they didn't get to do all the things they wanted to do. So, but another thing that I've learned is just never give up. You just keep going until you're done. And I guess I do that in my real life, my life now too, because I try to run every day. And when I run, I don't stop and walk because I don't want to practice to quit. But I keep running, and I keep running until I'm done. And sometimes I go farther than I should, but no matter how much it hurts, I keep going. And that helps instill that same attitude of never stop, never quit, because when life gets tough, those skills are what we're going to pull back to, whatever those survival skills in the military or the perseverance, get the mission done, or running. I think Will Smith said it best about running when he was talking at the Nickelodeon Awards. Said, why run? Because when life gets tough, you won't quit. Because when you run, something tells you in your head that it hurts, and until you start getting that mental high of that exercise, everyone wants to quit when they start running.
You're hearing Jerry Nieland on the podcast for business. Make your way to the website, hombabiz.com. Connect with us at the top of the screen, join our e-newsletter, and discover your number one asset and how to use it to live the life that you want. Former Marine of 13 years, Jerry Nieland, now going to teach high school. You've got to let me know, what made you pick teaching versus anything else?
Well, when I was in the Marines, I was also a rifle instructor and a pistol instructor, so that was one of my favorite things to do, is teach Marines how to shoot their weapons or how to do their infantry tactics, and it was my most enjoyable time because I was also an instructor at division schools for a while. And so I was like, well, I get back into teaching and mentoring again. But ultimately what I want to do is I want to be coaching full-time. And I'm talking life coaching full-time, not coaching sports, although I like coaching sports too. But this is just kind of a doorway for me to get some really solid experience on a lot of the different learning strategies that I wasn't made aware of in adult learning, because I'm used to teaching a different demographic, and now I'm going to be going at a teenager demographic now. And they're really big into that social media, so it's really going to give me that extra edge on how to reach the younger generation when it comes to business.
Being a rifle instructor, being a pistol instructor, you know how important it is to be thorough. You know how important it is for the people learning to be thorough and to be safe. How much of that you think you'll be able to transfer into the classroom environment?
Well, I think the main thing from the military is that the safety piece. You have to be very direct, and you have to expect what you want out of the students. So if I have high expectations, I'm going to get a high result from the students. If I have low expectations, you're going to get a low result. That's with anything in life. If you have a low expectation, you're not going to get your hopes and dreams if that's how you're coming at it every day. It's consistency. You always got to set the bar high. And even with other people that you're leading, you have to set the bar high. Otherwise, you're not going to get to where you want them to be.
We're talking to Jerry Nieland right here on the podcast for business. Use those social share buttons. Share this just for the fact that this guy was in 13 years in the United States Marine Corps. This guy has been in Iraq 3 times, Afghanistan 1 time. I haven't even been to Atlanta as many times as this guy's been out of the country, okay? So, Jerry, we could probably do an entire podcast on your history, and I know that this is a business podcast, but I'm liking the way you're telling me how you're using your abilities you learned in the Marine Corps and switching over into your new career. But you also mentioned that you're kind of using it as a doorway. What are you looking to get out of, and what are you looking to ultimately accomplish? I think you said coaching, maybe?
Yeah, so I'm going to be my website's up right now, but I just don't have everything put together. I'm waiting on a graphic designer to get my logo out, and I'm going to be doing holistic health coaching, and then also lifestyle coaching, and then life coaching in general. I have a client in Vegas, which is where I'm driving back from right now. I'm going to be going out there again and potentially have another business partner out there as well to start a CrossFit gym and some other business ventures out in Vegas. And it just looks really promising. I like the business-friendly atmospheres of certain cities, and Las Vegas is one of them.
And it doesn't help that it doesn't hurt that it's Las Vegas, right? I mean, that's a great city.
Right. Good location.
Jerry, I always like to ask these next few questions just to get an idea into the way people think. And I'm guessing I already know some of the answers, but I got to ask anyway. Which defines you more, results-oriented or detail-oriented?
Results matter more, because it's really surprising is when I was a squad leader, you have 13 Marines, including yourself, so there's 12 Marines. You got 3 teams of 4, and you got 3 team leaders in each one of those teams. Every one of those team leaders is different from the other person, so they're going to approach a task a little bit different. It might not be the exact way you want them to do it. So a detailed approach you got to do it this way and that way, and that's the only way you're going to do it. But if I'm a leader and I care about what the results are going to be, this is what I need to have happen. However they do it, observe and look. They will surprise you. They will figure it out a lot more on their own than they would if I told them and instructed them. And they'll do it quicker because there's 3 minds versus just 1. So I think it's just a trust that, expect the result that you want. And then if they need guidance, if the people that you're surrounding yourself with need guidance, then by all means guide them. But you have to give them a little bit of leeway so that they can accomplish what you want them to accomplish.
Gotcha. When it comes to making major decisions, which do you value more, official data or an internet search?
I'm going to have to go with official data. I have to know that the data's real. I know how to search stuff on the internet, but if I'm searching for something official on the internet, it's going to take a long time. So if I'm one of the decision makers and I'm in a meeting, I'm going to demand that I have the data in front of me. I shouldn't have to go search for it.
And I'm guessing in your line of business, the official stuff really saves lives.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
So we've been talking to Jerry Nieland right now on the podcast for business. Jerry, I know that you said the coaching site is up. You've got a few other entrepreneurial activities going on. Do you want to give them the coaching site to at least check out right now, or maybe a phone number or a Twitter address or something?
Yeah. So my email right now that I'm using is 951jer@gmail.com. My official email is still it's through the website, and it's being managed by the person I pay to manage the website. Once that's completely up, that's probably the best place to get me, and that's one spelled out ONE 80 lean LEAN.com.
Awesome. Jerry Nieland, thanks for taking your time out right here on the podcast for business.
Oh, for sure.
Connect, capitalize, go.